All right, so I wanted to make a bit of a point of situation with a zip file that with all the sounds mostly are HX Stomp and Helix sounds. There are some NAM sounds as well, but maybe I'll do them. Those have not changed anyway. But I feel that I want to make a bit of the point of situation and make a version 2.0. I feel I made the sound a bit more homogeneous in terms of more workable, more even in terms of volume and all that. So I tweaked a bit each preset for to make everything more usable, so to speak. These are presets that I uploaded for the last year or so. Every time I do a gig and make a preset, or every time I do something and make a preset, and I tend to add it to that zip file for you to download. The download is free. I'll leave a link in the description and in a pinned comment. And obviously, if you can donate, that's highly appreciated. It keeps the channel going and keeps me adding more and more presets. So you can see here, right here is the name of the preset if you want to keep an eye on it, so to speak. If you hear a sound that you enjoy. There are about 50, 49, 50. I might add one more so to bring it up to 50. And you can see some of these at the top, those where I use a bit more effects. Some are based on a particular style or artist. Then there is a set here that is like 10 presets that I copied from the Atomic Amplifier, which is one of my favorite still modelers, still to this day. And then there are a set of more like utilitarian, let's call it that way, like for functions and gigs, and where you have like a pedal board style preset with delay. Some have like snapshots. I don't use snapshots very much. Some have custom impulse responses, and some have like different routing, like because I use sometimes pedals in the effects loop, or I have like a basically like the amp simulation will go to the main front of house, and maybe a send before the amp simulation goes to the amp, so to speak, or something like that. We'll explain it as I go. I will try to keep the talking to a minimum so you can hear the sound, and I can actually cut the sound of the strings from the microphone, so to speak. I will make some remark here and there, but mostly I will keep just playing. Again, this is the preset, and you will see the name change as I play. So the first one is like more like an 80s, you know. The second one is a copy of I was trying to copy the Strymon Cloudburst. Completely different now. This is like a 50s rock and roll. There's Stevie Ray Vaughan. This is a modern jazz, like along the lines of, I don't know. Or Mike Stern. Again, jazz fusion, very similar. This is the feedbacker, just to get that. It has that feedback. That kind of style. This is a completely different. It's like a warship type effect. This is synths, a bit in the style of Pat Metheny. This is more for the funk. Yeah. Similar. It's more like Grateful Dead-ish. This is for a Bowie tribute, like a Bowie, whatever we're going to call it. So there are some. Those type of sounds. So let's dance. This is a looper. All right, that was that. It was a Larry Carlton. I think it was from like a Sleepwalk album, you know. Just a clean with a really nice reverb and a really soft attack. So Walk of Life had quite a bit of reverb in the original track. This is from the original stem, so I tried to get a similar sound. I'm guessing it was played with a Telecaster, so. Next, this is the band Krungbing. In quite a few of these, there are two reverbs and a hold delay. There's a patch at the end that is called cloud delay. That is basically, you know, the hold delay, a bit like you would have in like a Capistan, basically. There's that infinite regeneration, so to speak. Okay, so these are from the Atomic Amplifier. The first one is like a rectifier, basically. Wrong guitar, probably, to showcase this, but... Each one of these patches has, you know, compression and overdrive. You can see it's more than just the sound, so to speak. Also, I tend to have like an effects loop because I have pedals outside, you know, in the effects loop at the moment. So I tend to use that. This is a practice board, which is, again, each one of these presets has a video. I'm pretty sure if you've followed my channel, you know what this is about, really. So this is just to go through the presets really, but there is an in-depth video for each one of these presets that I made at some point. So if you want to do a bit of research and within my channel, you probably will be able to find it. This is a looper and a reverb. This is a video of a clone pedal board. I used to have a pedal board. Again, this is a video about this, and I tried to clone it. Split trick. This is it's a trick to get more clarity when you play rhythm parts, is to have a different line and have an overdrive. It's a bit like the Tube Screamer as a direct line, so to speak, a drive-through, and this is a way to do it with different you know, in a different way within. I really like the sound of that, so to speak, so I thought I'd upload that. There's a cloud delay. There's the top middle foot switch that is the hold, because you have to assign a momentary foot switch to generate that, because basically what you're doing, you put in the feedback to almost infinite. Okay, so you have, that's the tape delay. And that holds the delay. This is a patch of all different delays. There's that hold delay. Sometimes I make patches with almost like my favorites, so I can go and copy and paste rather than put them in favorites. I find it easier. There are a couple of acoustic ones. I don't have my acoustic at hand, but these are, again, more utilitarian. We're in the area of more utilitarian presets. This is a way to have a guitar. Again, I made a video, and again, each folder in the zip file is a link to the original video. So it will be quite easy to find. Basically, I used the Stomp XL with two guitars, an acoustic and electric. So it happens quite often in pop. So each one of the left input goes with the left output, and the right input goes with the right output, so that you have two different lines. Basically, this is a way of doing that. And again, this is a preset for an acoustic guitar with a looper. Like when I do acoustic gigs, sometimes it happens that I need, the looper is quite limited in the Stomp XL. I tend to use an external looper, but this one is like a way of doing that. So they have compression, the impulse response of a different acoustic guitar, IQ, and so on. So I can tweak my sound, so to speak. These are, again, just full for functions, full pedal boards for functions. So you will have a delay, a couple of overdrive sounds. So most of these will have This again is with a send, so it's a mixed, it's the same patch, but I can send a signal to the amp before the amp simulation. And the basic in is, this is one of the very early ones I made. You can hear it's quite grungy. I wouldn't say it's the same quality. It's probably the first patch I ever made. Well, this is just purely for the amp. Should go probably there. Same thing. I am rambling. And again, these are more utilitarian type presets where you have a similar, but you have here an effects loop to add other things. Oh, this is a direct. And again, these are snapshots. So this is a clean. The second foot switch at the top has that type of sound. And the third one oh, 21 frets. So this one you can basically switch between sounds just by going from one, the patches, one to the other. Again, here we're going towards the end. And these are all, again, utilitarian type presets where you have 2 overdrive pedals, compression, overdrive, chorus, a couple of delays. Usually it's like the dotted 8 note, or something like that. It's a quarter note tap, and then a reverb. And they are basically variation on in terms of like different amps. Just because sometimes, one amp might work better than another, so to speak, in the mix. And again, here you have that send, same situation, but with a send, so I can send the pre-simulated, amp simulated to my amp. And this is the same preset, but with no drives, so I can have more effects. And I will have the drives maybe before the pedal board, so to speak. So you can see that I have many variations on the same theme. And these, again, as I said, these are the files that are in that zip file that you can download. I had a question actually, because sometimes people message me about the fact that they have downloaded the file, then when I try again after a couple of weeks or so, they cannot download it anymore. Usually when I add a new sound, a new patch, I completely I delete the old zip file. I just put it that way. So if there are new sounds, you will have to go and download the whole file again. I might change the way I do it. I don't want to yet put it in something like Patreon, or maybe I should. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting to a point where I should do that, or maybe charge it through maybe just a small fee, like I don't know, $3, $4, $5. I have no idea. But for now, I'm quite happy that way. I'll just leave it there. I can see that it's been downloaded a fair few times, maybe about 1,000 times. And thank you so much for those people that have donated and keep this experiment going, so to speak. It's good. It's good that people are using these sounds. This is the page where you will be able to download these files, the file, so to speak. And if you want, you can add a donation and then use, quick checkout or PayPal, whichever. Obviously, if there's no donation, you can use the quick checkout or add to cart. Otherwise, you can give the donation with PayPal. But this is basically where you will be downloading this file. And again, every time I add a sound, you will have to re-download the file. Basically, it's all free anyway. As of now, as the 7th of November, 2024. Again, if you found this useful, please subscribe. That's quite important. I'm trying to get to 5,000 people, 5,000 followers. And like, share on social media, send to a friend, all of the above. And yeah, that's it really. Just a quick video to make the point of situation on that zip file. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.